All right, hi everybody. It is me, Teacher Scott, and I'm just making a quick video here because I can't make it in person today. So I'm just going to review briefly about the podcast just so you can see what it's all about. Basically, you'll be going into this podcast area and you're going to be looking at how Canadians are going to discuss Canadian stereotypes. So you can watch this as a group. This is about an hour, and it gives you a good idea about what a Canadian podcast is like. So I'd actually recommend using some time to go through at least, I would say at least half of this to really understand it. Now, what the assignment is going to look like here is I want you listening to podcasts, and they can be about any topic you're interested in. And you know what? That very first podcast, that Canadian podcast that's talking about stereotypes, you can even use that right here. So you would list the type of podcast it is, and then you take notes. These are point forms. So you take some information that they teach you. And then for the other two, you get to pick your own. So again, for the first one, I'd suggest all of you watch that podcast about Canadian stereotypes. And teachers, you'll probably want to review what a stereotype is. During this part, I would often have students talk about stereotypes that they know of in Taiwan, Chinese stereotypes, American stereotypes, Canadian stereotypes. I have them start trying to look at those things to see what they need to know. Okay, so one more time, podcast, watch it. Write your notes, do this as a whole group. And then for the other two, you're responsible to find your own Canadian podcasts, at least two more. And then the question is, how long should they be? And the answer to that would be, I want them to be around 20 to 30 minutes. 20 to 30 minutes, okay? So that's kind of the goal with those ones. Okay, so then the next part is just a normal reflection. This is just where you reflect on some of the things you've done. And I keep forgetting these are the ones that do these are the ones that always have the video, but I don't need the video, okay? I just need to have the write-up. So here we go. I'll just delete the video part. I never really need the video part for these kind of assignments. So teachers, if you remember that, I'll try to delete all of them, but I don't need them. All right, so hopefully that's explaining some of it. I'm going to jump into this part because I have sent a email to everybody, the teachers, looking at what I want covered for today. So this might be tough to see, but I'll zoom it in here a bit. All you're required to do for module 1 is you're going to need to do the Heritage Minutes, the O Canada, Ancestors, Pretty Like a White Boy, the Lament for Confederation, Jamaican Dreams, the Poverty of Affluence, and the Mercer Report. So those elements, those areas, should not be surprising to you. The goal was to already have them done. So you should have already been working with that. And the thing is, with the multiple choice test, you'll be asked certain questions that have to do with, well, you know what? I'll give you some examples, actually. I'll give you some examples of what the questions might be. But know each one of these. Make sure you understand the content here, because these are going to be multiple choice questions on the exam. So I'll actually, like I said, I'll go and give some examples from that, but I'm going to have to, where is it here? Going to have to switch you around. Why can't I do this? I'll just pause for a second.